POC characters in anime are often hard to find, but when you do find them, they can surprise you in really amazing ways. I'm Jordan for Comic-Con Africa, and today we've got a list of some really interesting POC characters in anime and the shows they're from. And at number 10, Samurai Champloo's Mugen. Samurai Champloo tells the story of a young girl named Fu, who is working as a waitress in a tea shop. She gets abused by a band of samurai, but is saved by a mysterious rogue named Mugen and a young ronin named Jin. Mugen attacks Jin after he proves to be a worthy opponent. The pair begin fighting one another and ultimately cause the death of the magistrate's son, Shibui Tomonoshina. For this crime, they are set to be executed. But with help from Fu, they are able to escape this deadly execution, and in return, Fu asks them to travel with her to find the samurai who smells of flowers, and so their journey begins.
Number 9, Megalobox. The series takes place in a futuristic Japan where licensed citizens live in a wealthy city, while unlicensed citizens are forced into the slums on its outskirts. Megaloboxing is a popular sport in this world similar to boxing, except boxers fight while wearing a metal frame which makes their attacks much more lethal. Junk Dog is a young man who fights in the underground illegal rings in fights that have a fixed result, whereas coach Gansaku Nanbu directs him on when to lose a fight. One evening, he almost crashes his motorcycle into Yukiko Shirato, who is the head of a wealthy Shirato group which oversees the Megalonia tournament. Junk Dog picks a fight with her bodyguard Yuri, who is also a top-ranking Megalo boxer. Yukiko stops the fight, but Yuri seeks out Junk Dog and meets him in the underground ring, where he easily beats the less experienced fighter and tells him to fight him again in Megalonia, which Junk Dog would need to place at the top of the official Megalobox rankings to qualify for, as well as a proper citizenship ID to enter the rankings in the first place. After Nanbu persuades the mobbots Fujimaki to forge Junk Dog an ID under the name Joe, the two are given 3 months to achieve their goal of working their way to the top of the Megalobox rankings in order to have a chance to fight in the Megalonia.
Number 8, Afro Samurai. Set in a feudal yet futuristic Japan, it is said that the person who wields the number 1 headband is the greatest warrior in the world and shall possess godlike powers. Some believe that the number 1 headband grants immortality, while others believe that the headband had been sent down by the gods. The only way to obtain the number 1 headband is to challenge and defeat the current wearer in combat. But to take on the number 1 wearer, you have to be the number 2 headband wearer. This means that the number 2 is also constantly fighting to stay alive, and so on down the list. Afro Samurai takes a unique approach to telling a typically Japanese story by following a person of color. Joe's determination to get the number 1 headband is just about as strong as he is. He is dedicated and seemingly would not stop at anything to achieve his goal.
Number 7, Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. When an introverted male student meets a girl called Nagatoro, his life is turned upside down. She first quietly observes his reaction to verbal abuse from some other high school girls that are not well-meaning, realizes that oddly enough in his case, it may be exactly what he needs, and so begins a sequence of her teasing him. In this slice of life show, Nagatoro shows the best we all love to see in people, being caring and overall likable character. The show even goes out of its way to show the wholesome moments where Hayase helps Naoto to get out of his shell. The anime releases this April of 2021 and is definitely one not to be missed.
Number 6, Tenjo Tenge, Bob Makihara. The plot begins with Suichiro Nagi and his childhood best friend Bob Makihara going to their first day of high school, Todo Academy. They intended to rule the school by beating up anybody that got in their way, as they had done at previous schools. But they soon learned that Todo is no ordinary high school. Turns out it was a school that was founded to teach and integrate different fighting styles. As the storyline develops, rival factions find that they are becoming increasingly involved in a long-enduring conflict that was left unresolved from the Japanese feudal era by some of the characters' ancestors. Bob Makihara is a young man from South Africa, hence most in the series refer to him as the foreigner. Being a skilled fighter, Bob uses a Brazilian style of martial arts called capoeira, which develops and grows over time with the character. With Bob being South African, he just had to be on our list.
Number 5. Bleach. Ichigo Kurosaki, a 16-year-old high school student, has the unique ability to see ghosts. His family one day gets attacked by a demon known as a Hollow. While struggling to fight the invading Hollow, he is saved by a Soul Reaper named Rukia Kuchiki. Unable to protect him and his family, Rukia bestows Ichigo with the ability to become a substitute Soul Reaper. He is now tasked with protecting his town from Hollows and other unseen threats. Yoruichi Shihoin comes in later on in the series, but is an absolute beast. Being super knowledgeable, she ends up teaching Ichigo how to get his powers to the next level, to fight even greater dangers and save his friends. She serves an important part while in the limelight, but takes an equal part in the shadows.
Number 6. Dutch, Black Lagoon. The story follows a team of pirate mercenaries known as the Lagoon Company that smuggles goods in and around the seas of Southeast Asia in the early to mid-1990s. Their base of operations is located near a crime-riddled city that is home to the many gangs such as the Japanese Yakuza, Chinese Triad, and the Russian Mafia, to name a few. Dutch is one of the main protagonists, as well as the leader of the Lagoon Company. He was said to be a former United States Marine who fought in the Vietnam War and went AWOL after escaping to Thailand to work as a mercenary. Dutch remains a leader and negotiator while being highly pragmatic.
Number 3. Gangsta. The series revolves around two so-called handymen that take on jobs for both the mob and the police force that no one else can handle. The two named Warwick Arcangelo and Nicholas Brown work in the town of Ergastl, which is full of mafia, hoodlums, prostitutes, and dirty cops. After being sent out on a job to crush a gang, Warwick decided to spare and help the sole survivor, Alex Benedetto, and take her under their wing for the time being. Rooted in their past traumas, Warwick and Nicholas come off as quite stoic. Alex takes an emotionally supportive role in the main trio and serves as a breath of fresh air in this otherwise dark anime series.
Number 2. Killer Bee from Naruto Shippuden. What anime list would be complete without the inclusion of Naruto? Being an entry point to anime for many mainstream fans, Naruto tells the story of Naruto Uzumaki, a young ninja who seeks recognition from his peers and dreams of becoming the Hokage, the leader of his village. Killer Bee is one of the major supporting characters from the time that he enters the series. Despite being responsible for his village's protection, Bee also aspires to be the world's greatest rapper. More than just a side character though, Killer Bee also takes a mentorship role to Naruto and teaches him to be friends with Kurama.
Honorable mention, Yasuke. Yasuke is an upcoming American-Japanese science fantasy original net animation anime series loosely based on a historical figure of the same name. In an alternate reality version of feudal Japan, reimagined with magic and advanced technology, and after the fall of Oda Nobunaga, a boatman named Yasuke puts his storied past as a legendary ronin known as the Black Samurai behind him. But when he encounters a girl with mysterious powers after a village is attacked by a warlord, Yasuke finds himself in the middle of a power struggle between rival daimyo, as well as dealing with the dark supernatural elements as he protects the young girl. The series is scheduled for an April 29, 2021 release on Netflix. Number 1. Jormungand. The series follows Coco Hekmatyar, a young arms dealer who sells weapons under the international shipping and illegal smuggling operation called HCLI. As one of the company's unofficial weapons dealers, she sells weapons in a variety of countries while avoiding both local and international authorities. Traveling with her is a team of bodyguards, mostly composed of former soldiers, with the newest addition of her crew being Jonathan Marr, or Jonah for short, an inexpressive and deadly child soldier who hates arms dealers. Jonah has a tragic backstory, being a war victim of weapons created by HCLI. Jonah is fueled by revenge. However, after meeting Coco, they squad up as he learns that not all arms dealers are necessarily evil people.
That was our list of 10 really interesting POC characters in anime and the shows they are from.
We hope that you enjoyed our list and let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and remember to press like on this video and ring that bell.
More AMO is coming soon, and the best way to see it is by subscribing.